Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and this is PowerPointers 201, the place where we give you the advanced tips and tricks you've been missing out on to help take your travel experience to the next level. Today, we're going to debunk upgrade myths and give you the real scoop on how to actually, for real, get yourself into first or business class. Now, every few years, a familiar travel tip makes its way across media outlets and various social media platforms. That's by dressing nicely or even slipping some cash to a gate agent, you can score yourself an upgrade to business or first class on your flight. I hate to burst everyone's bubble, but this is, quite simply, not accurate. It's actually complete nonsense. That said though, there are some real tried and true strategies for nabbing a coveted seat at the front of the plane. And these have nothing to do with how you look, how you dress, or how slick you are at slipping a $50 bill to an employee. The first is by having elite status, or even carrying the right credit card in your wallet. For the majority of carriers here in the US, all elite members are eligible for complimentary upgrades on domestic flights as well as shorter international flights. Think Mexico, the Caribbean, Canada, Central America. And some airlines even give this option to holders of their most premium credit cards. For example, Delta's top credit card automatically comes with complimentary upgrades just by holding the card. Or the automatic status you can earn on the Air Canada credit card from Chase includes e-upgrade credits. But don't think that elite status is solely for the road warriors and traveling consultants. Many airlines provide shortcuts to reaching these tiers, including with credit card spending. American Airlines even recently overhauled its method for qualification, where virtually every mile you earn in the program, be it through flying, shopping, swiping a card, or even ordering flowers, will get you one step closer to American elite status. Of course, these complimentary upgrades are subject to availability, so it's far from a guarantee. But the higher tier of elite status you have, the more likely you are to snag the upgrade. Now, for long-haul flights, having elite status typically only helps when an airline oversells economy. In this case, it'll typically offer what are known as operational upgrades, or op-ups for short, to the airline's most loyal customers. However, this also depends on how full a flight is. Speaking of which, an oversold flight represents another opportunity to snag an upgrade. If an airline is looking for volunteers to switch to a later flight in exchange for a voucher, feel free to negotiate a confirmed seat up front as part of that deal. Just be prepared to take your original flight in your original economy seat if enough people don't show up and the oversold situation resolves itself. Now, another way to upgrade your flight involves your airline miles or credit card points. If you're sitting on a bunch of rewards, you can sometimes put those toward an upgrade. Simply call your airline and inquire about how many points or miles it would take to get you up to business or first class. In some cases, depending on the route and the type of ticket you purchased, you may need as little as 5,000 miles each way. Now, you'll almost always need miles in that specific airline's loyalty program. However, you can convert certain credit card points into those airline miles. For example, American Express membership rewards points can become Delta miles, while Chase Ultimate Reward points can become United miles. Now, sometimes an airline won't have any upgraded seats available with miles, but don't despair, because some carriers, like Emirates, allow you to waitlist for an upgrade. Here, you can essentially add your name to the waitlist, and if a business or even a first-class seat opens up using miles at any point prior to the flight, you'll be notified. Finally, there's a way to make the whole upgrade situation a moot point. Book yourself right into the front of the plane from the get-go. Obvious, I know, but here again is where your points and miles can come in handy. Why pay thousands of dollars for a premium class flight or worry about your chances of an upgrade? Simply transfer your credit card points to an airline partner or use your accumulated miles in an airline program to grab a first or business class seat. Now, availability and pricing can vary depending on the route, the airline, and then the time of year. But here again, you don't need to be a points millionaire to snag a seat up front. For example, how would you like to pay just 34,000 points for a one-way business class flight from New York or Boston to Spain? Or how about a double bed in the sky to the Middle East or beyond, starting at just 70,000 miles each way? All of these are doable by making the most of airline transfer partners. Bottom line, if you're searching far enough in advance and have some flexibility with your dates, you should be able to get a comfortable flight that works for your schedule. So don't stress about your outfit the next time you want to upgrade your flight. That's not how upgrades happen anyway. And who wants to be uncomfortable in a tiny economy seat for hours? Instead, leverage elite status or put your points and miles to use, and you too could score a first or business class seat on your next trip. I'm Nick Ewen, and this was PowerPointers. We'll be releasing episodes weekly, so hit subscribe below to get notified each time we publish a new one. Till next time.